What's up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and welcome to this episode of the iPhone 5S. As you can see, iPhone 5 with the fingerprint scanner, so it has to be the 5S, versus the ZTE Zmax 2. Now, this is the Gophone, but this comes unlocked as well, so if you got a Zmax 2 from an unlocked carrier, or the straight talk model, or the AT&T Gophone model, you're good and you're covered here. But the reason of making this video is just to go to show that we don't have to just have high-end phones versus high-end phones. We can go ahead and do whatever comparisons we feel like doing over here on Everything Tech. And I really want to do these comparisons because when I'm shopping for a phone, sometimes I want to go to the used market and get a cheaper, higher-end flagship. And sometimes I want to get a new budget device that offers great bang for the buck. So yeah, we're going to do comparisons. We might even do the ZTE Zmax 2 versus the Lumia 640 on Windows 10. So look out for that review soon. Subscribe for the channel if you want to see that coming soon. And let's get into it. So the ZTE Zmax 2, I did a full review on this phone. So you can go ahead and click the description link down below to see the full in-depth review and unboxing. I'll leave both of those videos down below, as well as a card up here in your right-hand corner. And I have a bunch of iPhone videos as well on the 5S, on iOS 9.2, 9.1, 9.1 comparisons, and I'll leave that playlist up in the description, or down below in the description, as well as in the card too. So you'll see the ZTE Zmax 2 videos and the iPhone videos. But anyway, this has a Snapdragon 410 CPU, 64-bit with 2 gigabytes of RAM, and this has a Apple, I think it's A7 or A8, who cares? It's a 64-bit chip with 1 gigabytes of RAM. And it's clocked at 1.2 gigahertz, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, go ahead and correct me. It's somewhere between 1 and 1.2 gigahertz. So let's go ahead and see how these babies stack up. So I installed the same apps on here. We're going to do basically, let's get in here. We're going to do basically these apps right here. So I got apps, regular apps right here. It's going to be eBay, Amazon, Google, Kindle, YouTube, and the like. And I have the same exact apps installed over here on the iPhone. So let's go ahead. Let me move the camera down a little bit. I don't know if you could see that very well, but let's brighten up the iPhone screen a little bit. There we go. So yeah, let's get into it real quick. So let's hop into eBay. And let me hit no thanks. So even though the ZTE, they're both on the same Wi-Fi connection, it was the first time opening that, even though the ZTE still ran it first, they'll open it first, even though it was the first time booting. As you can see, very similar speed. I would say the iPhone's a little bit smoother, but the ZTE is not too far behind for being a very affordable phone, coming in at $79.99 right now, down from the previous $129, as I mentioned in the review. So this phone is only $80. What an amazing price for a phone off contract. Go ahead and go into Amazon. And let's see. I think this is the first time opening for the ZTE. Actually, no. So the iPhone won that one. But as you can see, not by much. Not by much at all. So let's go back home. As you can see, let's go back into Amazon. You can see the ZTE comes back home quicker. So as you can see, we're already home there. So animation is more favor of speed on the ZTE versus fluidity as the iPhone shows. So let's go into Google. This is basically the Google search engine. As you can see, the ZTE had it open first, and I guess that was the first time I factory resetted this phone, so let's do that again. As you can see, ZTE opened that quicker. So Google was quicker on the ZTE. Let's go to Kindle, and it says start reading here. So I guess we are also quicker on the ZTE Zmax 2. Now let's hop into YouTube. And it looks like the iPhone got that one, it looks like. So let's go back into YouTube and let's see which one plays the video first. Okay, I got it. Let's see which one plays the video first. ZTE won that one. So maybe Wi-Fi connectivity is pretty strong on the ZTE Zmax 2. So let's go back home once again and let's hop into Google Maps. Okay, let's hit accept and continue. And let's just type in an address up here. Let's just type in Barnes & Noble. Shout out to Barnes & Noble. And you can see pretty much similar speeds. Zooming, very similar. So let's go back home. And let's get into basic app now. So settings, quicker on the ZTE. Let's come back out. Let's go to clock, similar. Now, what I don't like about Android is when you come back to the folders, it doesn't remain on the folders. As you can see in iOS, like if I go on the clock and I come back, it's still in the folder section. Whereas if you go on the clock on the ZTE, it goes back to this, so you have to repress it. So it's a little more steps with folders on the, I just noticed apples. I thought it was apps. I guess I made a typo, as you guys can see, apples. So we're checking out some apples speeds right now. So let's go to calendar here. We're gonna come back down. Let's do calculator. Look like the ZTE had that one. Now let's open up camera. ZTE quicker on the camera as well. So this phone is just one hell of a deal. Yes, this is the older iPhone, but still, iPhones are supposed to be the most optimized. So we can see that we're getting a hell of a speed here. And now let's do Techno Buffalo. Let's go to that website. Techno Buffalo. It's kind of hard to type behind camera on this 4-inch screen, so just give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, go to Techno Buffalo right here. .cam, and we're gonna hit go. And let's see who gets it first. iPhone's got it first, so iPhone got it first on that one. But this might depend on your browser. But overall, as you can see, the ZTE is still very quick on browsing speeds as well. There's a little bit of a hiccup here and there, but that could be dependent on this ZTE browser. You might want to go ahead and try Chrome. I don't have Chrome installed right now. But let's go ahead and get into games. Now, both of these were just installed, so it's a fresh boot on them. So let's start off with Crossy Road. As you can see, ZTE's got Yodo first. I don't know if they're going to show Yodo on the iOS version. We're going to see that in a second. But it looks like moment of silence. Looks like we have Crossy Road first here on the iPhone, but not too much far behind is the ZTE Zmax 2. So let's go back home and basically let's end this review. I don't want it to be super long. It's already 7 minutes. We're gonna get it. We'll do the rest of these games. I'm gonna do a gaming review on the ZTE Zmax 2, similar to what I did on the iPhone on iOS 9.2. I'm gonna do a gaming review. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see the gaming review on this device. Yeah, so basically what I showcased here was that the ZTE Zmax 2 performs really great for the price that you pay for this device. Very close, in fact, to what you're going to get on the iPhone 5S in speed. And the iPhone 6 is not that much quicker than the 5S. So basically, you're getting a very great smartphone speed, and overall processing is going to be solid here on the ZTE Zmax 2 if you decide to go pick one up. And at $79.99, you can't go wrong off contract. This comes unlocked, so you can also get this. You could get the AT&T version and maybe try to unlock it for, other carriers if you don't want to spend the unlocked price of $150, I believe it is. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this random, odd comparison between what we wouldn't have expected, the iPhone 5S versus the ZTE Zmax 2, but I'm sure somebody out there is probably like, look, my iPhone 5S broke, I might want to get this as a backup phone, or you've seen this phone and you just want to have it to throw in your drawer, play with when you can, or maybe you just want to see if this thing can handle the things you want to do, and it can. So if you have any comments about the ZTE Zmax 2, you want to know anything, you want to see any more, go ahead and leave them comments down below. And yeah, that pretty much wraps us up. Thank you for watching. I enjoyed your company, and I will catch you all in the next episode, guys. Peace.